our spirit? What is it? Where does it go? Are we able to see them using our mind's eye? If so, just what can spirit teach us? Welcome to School Through Spirit. Host DeEtte Renee is a certified psychic medium and master teacher of psychic and mediumship development through LWISSD. DeEtte was born knowing spirit and now is here to help you better understand the spirit world. And now your host, DeEtte Renee.
Good Monday morning, everybody. This is DeEtte here on School Through Spirit on the Edge Network, where we come in every Monday morning to enlighten lives through words of spirit and just a little bit of Neil Donald Walsh. And we see where we go from there. Hello, 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 everybody. Oh my gosh. Finally on all platforms. We are going. We are live. This is amazing. It's a little bright. There we go. Perfect. Hey guys, as always, I do go to the book of Neil Donald Walsh right off the bat. And then from there, we do our 5-card stud this week. Look at that. Angelic Vibrations Oracle by Josephine Wall. I will tell you what, I have been obsessed with this lady's artwork. Good morning, Tim. Since the creation of time. I swear, I will tell you what, when we get into this deck, you're going to be blown away. I first got into her artwork through the process of greeting cards, and then we went on to her calendars that she made. I don't know if she still makes. So to see that she's made a deck, I'm in heaven. I will tell you that we are in heaven with that. So super excited about bringing those through on our 5-card deck. Good morning, Keith. Sorry, guys. But let's get that going. Good morning. I hope I'm going to have a great day. I hope you do also, Keith. I hope you also do. Everybody, it's Monday. It's the 27th. It is the finishing of the alignment of the 7 planets. Back to work you go. Okay, Keith, have a great day. It is the finishing of the alignment of the 7 planets. All in a row, so you can see them all but the last one. I think it's Pluto. Don't quote me on that. I think it's Pluto. It's the one we're not going to be able to see, but they're all there. They're all there. And honestly, it was probably last night, but it's finished. It's aligned. Things are happening, guys. Things are happening, which I do love. This is really a new time for us. This is a time of which we're having a lot of changes, a lot of uplifting of vibrations, a lot of positivity happening. You know, I mean, your days may be going a little bit better, a little bit more smooth. Who knows? Just trust me, astrologically speaking, things are happening, which is beautiful. So there we go. I think we might have read this one before. I'm not quite sure because I don't mark the old ones we've gone through. Probably should, but I don't. So the point of life is not to get anywhere. It is to notice that you are and have always been already here. There is no such thing as an incorrect path. For on this journey, you cannot not get where you are going. The point of life is therefore to create who and what you are, and then to experience that. I love this. I love this. I talk about this all the time. I have a lot of people in my life, friends, family, students, passerbyers, whatever it might be, that come to me and say, oh my gosh, DeEtte, I'm so afraid of making the wrong decisions. I'm afraid of making the wrong decisions. And you can't. You cannot make a wrong decision. You are always going to get to the end result. Always. Without a doubt, you're always going to get to an end result. So let's go back a little bit and explain this. Let's explain this. We're going to go right back to the afterlife or the before life, whichever way you want to call this. And we're going to do a little bit of conversating on what happens before you even come into a body. Let's talk about this, okay? So basically, when you get done with one life, you know, no matter what planet you end up on, You go back, you have a rest period. Some people like to flip back in right away. Some people want to take their time. And really, whatever time is on the other side, it doesn't match our time. It does not match our time. And they do not have Central Standard Time. They don't have Pacific Time. They just have whatever. They have existence. Okay. They don't measure anything in a linear aspect. We are linear beings. Afterlife is not linear. Think about everything happen at the same time everywhere. And that's what you're going to get in the afterlife. So what happens when we get done with our linear time examples, our linear time at life? We pass on. We leave this shell of a body and the soul reconnects with everything. And when it's ready to come back, when it's ready to learn something else, when it's ready to experience something else, it hooks up with another elder guide. And an elder guide, not another one, but it hooks up with its elder guide, which is really kind of the master creation of a lifetime for them. They're counselor for the spiritual world. I don't know what else, like going to a school counselor. Let's put it that way in terms that you can understand, or everybody can. Now, when they're ready, they go into that person and they state, I want to go back. And they go, okay. Do you know where you want to go? Well, I thought about Earth. Gosh, that's a place I can learn a lot. Okay, jumping back into Earth. What do you want to experience? You like that term? Not what do you want to learn? What do you want to experience? Well, I would like to experience love. Now, to you and I, that may not make a lot of sense. Why? Because the soul is unconditional love. That's what it knows. It knows love. But the key word there is unconditional love. That's what it understands. It can only understand something if it experiences in a body form. It's got to have that experience in a body somewhere to understand more than unconditional love. So it makes that plan. I want to go back and I want to learn about love. I want to learn about every aspect of love. Okay, great. We've picked Earth and we've picked unconditional love. Awesome. So what's your thoughts when you want to be born? What time do you want to come into this? Because that's going to make a big difference. You are going to be born on a certain date at a certain time in a certain place. Astrology. It's just astrology. As we had, the astrology on not that long ago, Heather Roan Robbins explained how that works. So the stars are really going to start mapping your personality. It's going to have a little piece of past lives in there. It's going to have a lot of what's going to go on in your further life, in this life. It's going to have so much. And it's going to kind of infuse that into you. It's going to infuse it into that body. See how this is going? Now, at that point, he's going to go, well, what kind of parents do you want? What kind of a life do you want? Well, you're going to say, well, you know what? I really want to be born to this type of parent. And maybe it's a really loving parent. Maybe it's not a very loving parent. But when I tell this story, I always say it's to the church-going persons or parents that love to go on retreats to other countries to help people. Very loving, giving people. Great, we've picked the parents. Now we've got our DNA. We got the DNA into the body. And we've got the personalities that are going to get infused with us because it doesn't matter what people say or do. I personally was never raised around my biological father. I never knew him, not until I was older. And by gosh, I had so many of his personality traits, it was scary. So that personality trait is going to be infused into you. Now, do you have the right to change those as you grow? Of course you do. But they're still infused. It's that beginning experience that's being infused into you. And you're going to map out some of your life when you're with them. Because you have to have a plan. You have to have a goal. If you showed up all willy-nilly, oh my God, you wouldn't get much, would you? You'd be flapping around everywhere. So you devise a plan. So I want to be born at this time, at this date, in this place to these people. Beautiful. And by the time, and you know what, we're just going to say you're born in America. And I'm not just in any other country. It's just that I'm here. This is where I live. So you want to be born in America. Great. But when I'm 2 years old, I really want to go back to one of these countries that my mom and dad go to. So let's pick, I don't know, Ethiopia. For lack of better, I think that's the first thing that hits my brain. At 2, we go back to Ethiopia. And we're going to spend 2 years there. And I'm going to learn about giving love, giving and helping. And I'm going to learn about that reception, how it's received. And I'm going to learn about them appreciation and loving me back for 2 years. And then mom's going to get pregnant. And before I'm 5, we're going to fly back to the United States because that term has been up and mom wants to give birth in the United States. And here comes that child. And you're going to learn a different type of love there. Why? Because you're sharing love. Now you've had 4 and almost 5 years of just mom and dad for you. Just you. It's been great. Every thought on their mind, every other thought has been you. You've been the only one. And now you have to share it. But not only that, this new creature that came into existence is getting so much more attention than you are. You may not like it. So you're learning something out, another aspect of love, aren't we? And a few years in, say when you're 7, mom and dad go, let's go back. Let's take the kids back. That's where our family's happiest. So they go back, but this time they go back to say, I don't know, Iran. I don't know. Or let's go to a jungle community. We go back. And we're doing what we do and we're experiencing. Now you're older and you can give so much more and you can do so much more and you can experience so much more about that love factor. And dad gets sick. And dad dies from this illness. Gosh, that's a loss of love, isn't it? And that's going to happen. So mom flies everybody back. A few years later, mom's going to get remarried and you're planning this. You're planning this to go throughout your life. And as you go through life, in this planning aspect, you're going to plan certain things that are going to happen throughout your life. They're just going to happen. Those are the things you want to happen. They've got to happen because these are the things that are going to make you experience what you want to experience. That's the whole destination thing. That's the whole destiny. My destiny is to do this. Your purpose is what you do every day or every moment, but your destiny is things that you have created, destinations in time of your lifeline that are going to happen for you to have another experience or a change of an experience or a change of factor in your life, which is amazing. Now you have a lot of time in between. Think about it, between 2 and 5, that even though you've chosen to go someplace else to learn some, there's 3 years there, 2.5, 3 years there of free will. You're still going to end up back in America because that's destined to happen. But you have that time to play. You have that time to take in more experiences, more life. You're going to experience more than just love during that period of time. You might experience some illness. You might experience jealousy. You might experience getting lost in the woods. You might experience having to find your way. You might experience learning to fight a boa constrictor. Who knows? But that's your period of time that you're going to experience. You can make a lot of decisions during that time. A lot of decisions. And none of them are going to be wrong. Because no matter what decision you make in the in-between destinations, you're always going to end up where you're supposed to on the next destination point. You're going to end up there. It's already pre-planned. You yourself pre-planned this. But remember, you also factored in playtime. Now, I will tell you, The only thing those decisions are going to affect is if you're taking the high road, the low road, or the road in between. So are your choices making life harder for you or easier? Now, I know everybody listening is going, oh my gosh, I want to take the easy way. This is too much. And maybe so. Maybe so. But when you take the easy way, how much do you learn? How much do you learn? If you take the hard way, how much do you learn? There's going to be a difference there. So sometimes you have to decide, do I want to make it rough and get lots of lessons, or do I just want to smooth through this period? Now, I know at this point, everybody's going to go, okay, DeEtte, well, you're always talking about guides, you're always talking about intuition, and I am. So there's a lot of that involved while you're here making those choices. There really is. If you want a smoother existence, one that you'll still learn a lot, you're still going to experience so much. Even in a smoother existence, you're going to experience so much. But the difference is when you listen to your intuition, those decisions are easier. Where to go is easier. How to get there is easier. Because when you're listening to the other side and you're opened up to all of it, what is coming in is filtering. Your guides are filtering in. Loved ones on the other side are filtering in. Your own soul is filtering in to help you make decisions to get to your next point. That's it. And that's really the difference between a hard life and an easy life. It's kind of like having Jiminy Cricket on your shoulder. Do y'all remember the old Disney shows with little Jiminy Cricket? He was the conscious of the person. In fact, he was Pinocchio's conscious, wasn't he? Jeppy just said, hey, stay with him. He said, I'll be his conscious. I'll help him to learn. Think of yourself as Pinocchio, brand new boy or girl who doesn't know how to get through, and there's no manual. So you get a little guide on your shoulder, and that guide is there to help you make better decisions or to help you make those decisions. And what I mean by better decisions, because there is no good decision versus bad decision. It's just an experience. And it's there to help you, to guide you in those times where maybe you're having a little bit of indecisiveness. Now, I know a lot of people go, oh my gosh, but I don't understand. I don't understand how that's going to help. Or I don't understand how I'm going to hear them. Now, it's very simply stated. Driving home from work, you've always gone the same way. Every day for 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, you've always gone the same way. Never deviated from it. Never veered away from the path unless you were stopping at a store that was pre-planned. But on this particular day, you're heading home and, no stopping at stores, no reason to get off your path. And all of a sudden you hear, turn right. You don't know where it came from. It's in your head. It's a thought. And you take a right. You don't even realize you've done it. It just happened. Because remember, this is a path you've taken so much that it's pretty much a mindless drive for you. It's a no-brainer. Don't have to think about it. And about 5 minutes down the road, you go, oh my God, where am I? What did I do? That was weird. Why am I going this way? I don't know. Just get home. And later on, you find out there might have been a car accident. Maybe the police were patrolling that area. You may never know. But for some reason, you had to take a different way. So your guides came in and said, hey, take a right. And you missed whatever it is you were supposed to miss. It was going to take you longer to get home. It would have really messed up your night. They come in all different aspects while you're cooking, cleaning, talking with other people. There's not a portion of your life that guides will not come in and talk with you because they're always there. Your loved ones are always there. Now, even though we have a lot of predestined times, because I know in this point it says the point of life is therefore to create who and what you are, and then to experience that. Now, I know people are going to go, wait a second, DeEtte, you just said this. We just talked about the path now. The point of life is therefore to create who and what you are, and then to experience that. So now remember, when you're born under a certain time for astrology that's going to infuse into you, and your DNA is infused into you, and your personality is kind of infused into you. But through experiences of life, you start to create who you are on your own level. You start to change things. You start to alter things. You start being somebody different than you were at birth. I mean, just think about this. Think about who you are today. Who were you 10 years ago? Who were you 15 years ago? Who were you 30 or more years ago? You're not even close to the same person. Why? Because even though you have this plan in place and different destinations in place, you are continuously changing who you are. Hi, Kiki. Constantly, because you're growing. And as you grow, as you mature through this lifetime, and mature is really a broad-based word. It really is a huge word. But maturity is growth, is experience. That's what maturity is. As you have more experiences, you kind of act a little bit older, a little bit wiser. And you start to change again. You're constantly recreating who you are. Now, this doesn't mean in your job. This doesn't mean being a parent. This means you as a person, you as a soul. Who are you recreating yourself? Because you're constantly recreating who you were. And you can do this consciously, or you can do this unconsciously, because life itself is going to do it. Just living life alone is going to help you to change all those aspects of you on a regular basis. Or you can consciously make the effort. Like for me, December 31st, I decided at the last moment, about 10 o'clock at night, that this year I was going to give up fears. Which meant every time I have a fear, I'm going to push through it. Big fear, small fear, I'm going to push through it. We let fear stop you. I decided I didn't want to stop myself anymore. And since that day, we are on January 27th, I cannot tell you how many things I've done, small or large, that I never would have done before because I had a small amount of fear. I am continuously this year altering the personality from last year, pushing through, and recreating myself. And every time I push through another fear, I'm recreating from the person I was. Just a continuous journey that really just never folds. It never stops. And it's beautiful. And that's why we can never make a wrong decision. That's why the only purpose you have in life is to be. Just be. Don't get lost in all the details. Don't get lost and, comparing yourself to somebody else. Because when you get lost in that, we get confused. And we don't know if we're coming or going because we're just confused. Now, I've thrown the word purpose out there a few times because I know a lot of people go, oh my gosh, what is my life's purpose? What? And that's usually, what is my vocation? Because somehow we have mixed our destiny or what we're doing here up with our vocation. So many people go, Dad, am I supposed to be helping people? Am I supposed to be a mechanic? Am I supposed to be building skyscrapers? And I look at him, I go, I don't know. What was on your to-do list today? Look at me. What was on your to-do list today? Well, I had to get up at a certain time and I had to shower and I had to get ready and I had to go to work. And then when I got home, I had all these things to do at work. And then when I got home, I had to, stop. I figured out I forgot to do, stop for milk. So I had to go back out and get the milk. And then I had to come back home and I had to make dinner and I had to take care of the kids. And I had da-da-da-da-da. And all of that's purpose. What you're doing right now is your purpose. That is forever changing. As the daily list changes, your purpose changes. Your only purpose is to experience. That's it. You are going to destine to be what you're supposed to be. And trust me, the best advice I can give you, continually recreate yourself. Continually create who you are. Continually change it. And if that means switching jobs every 2 years, then by God, switch jobs every 2 years. Remember, it's society that said staying someplace for 20 or 30 years was a good thing. The soul didn't. No one in the afterlife said, hey, yep, we're going for longevity here. No, they didn't. The last thing your soul really probably wants is to do the same thing every day for 30 years. What's it going to get out of that? Because think about the first day on a brand new job. You're nervous, you're scared, you're excited. You got so much to learn. Feels overwhelming. And at the end of the first week, you feel pretty good. Even though you got a lot more to learn, you feel pretty good. And by the end of the second week, you even feel better and better. And you continually are learning. Maybe for the first year, really just learning. The second year, you're kind of in the groove. By the third year, you might be bored. So why would you stay bored for 30 years? Incentives to stay at one place are beautiful. But what's the incentive on your soul? Think about that. What's the incentive on your soul? Because if you always look at life as, I've got 10 more years left, I got 20 more years left, I got 30 more years left, and what do I want to do for that time? Do I want to keep doing the same crap I've been doing for the next 10, 20, 30 years? Or do I want to have adventure? Do I want to learn? Do I want to grow? So, no, you can't make a wrong choice. There's nothing you're going to do that's going to be wrong, provided you don't end up in a prison. So don't go there. Don't hurt somebody else. Do your best not to. And continuously just be who you are today. Create who you are today in this moment. Keep growing, keep experiencing, and you won't be lost. So for that, we're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we'll have our 5-card stud. This has been DeEtte on School Through Spirit on the Edge Network. See you in a few.
Attention, curious practitioners in the realm of transformative experiences, holistic wellness, intuitive guidance, and metaphysical arts. Are you ready to expand your horizons and take your practice to new heights? Join the Edge Partner Directory, where your expertise can shine and your services can transform lives. We are dedicated to creating a community of practitioners who are as curious and passionate as you are about guiding others on their journeys of self-discovery, healing, and growth. As a member of the Edge Partner Directory, you will connect with a network of like-minded practitioners who share your curiosity and passion for exploring the depths of human potential, and showcase your unique offerings to a diverse audience of seekers actively looking for transformative experiences here, there, and everywhere. Embrace your curiosity and take the next step in your practice's journey to becoming an Edge Partner. Learn more at edgedirectory.net. Again, go to edgedirectory.net. Can you harm yourself using energy medicine? The answer is yes. Gail Lynn, the creator of the Harmonic Egg products for commercial and home use, has been involved in the field of energy medicine for the past 15 years. In her experience, Gail has witnessed cases where people have faced negative consequences due to the improper use of energy medicine. Some individuals did not allow the sessions to integrate properly or exposed their bodies to beneficial energies for extended periods, leading to harmful effects. This can cause the body to go into a defense, flight, or fight mode, creating confusion within the body despite the positive nature of the energy. There is also the potential risk of hiring a wounded healer who may unintentionally hurt their clients. For those reasons and more, she is committed to educating people about the safe and appropriate use of energy medicine. For those interested in learning more, Gail provides videos, articles, and other resources at harmonicegg.com. Contact her directly at info@harmonicegg.com to find out about safe and effective energy healing products and services.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to School Through Spirit. I'm your host, DeEtte, here on the Edge Network, and we're about to do our 5-card stud. Yay! Angelic Vibrations Oracle by Josephine Wall. Josephine Wall. Sorry, guys. Okay, so it says, angels surround us always, offering signs of hope and comfort, as well as messages of guidance and protection. And I better put these on. Where'd they go? I'm sorry, guys, to stop there, but I'm going to skip over every word if I don't put something on my face. So it says, embedded with heart-opening frequencies, the evocative portraits in this beautiful 50-card oracle deck have us connected intuitively with their celestial wisdom, support, and healing vibrations. Each of these angelic messengers brings a wise and loving message, reminding us that we are never alone and that divine guidance is always available. The accompanying guidebook also explains how to use the card for daily guidance or for insight on a specific issue. Whether you are looking for answers, healing, or spiritual transformation, this deck will empower you with angelic support, leading to more stability, harmony, and peace and love in your lives. Love that. Oh, Kiki, I'm happy for you. Okay, so let's open this. Let's see what's going on here in life. Oh my gosh. Hello, everybody over on Instagram. Thank you for joining me today. So let's get into our 5-card stud, guys. As we know, 5-card stud is not answering individual questions, okay? We're not doing individual questions. What we're doing is one big reading. But essentially, there's 6 readings in one long reading or longer reading. So I am going to shuffle and pick 5 cards, 5 different cards, and I'm going to read each one individually. So what that means is each card, nothing in the box. That's okay. Each card I'm going to read, you pick a number 1 through 5. That's your individual reading for the day. You can also pick more than 1 card. You can pick 1 card, 4 cards, all 5 cards. If you like, that's fine. You can also wait until I'm done, because when I'm done reading all the individual cards, I'm going to group them together for a bigger bonus reading at the end, which is your 6th reading. That's how we're playing 5-card stud. Now, how do you get 6 readings? If you have 6 different issues, write the issues down. Put a number next to them. That is going to be a little bit more fuller of a reading than you had before. Okay. So there we go. And as always, guys, when the show is done, it gets flipped into a podcast form and it's put in Podbeam and all the universal podcasts on the Edge network. So if you'd like to share this out, if you would like to watch it again, feel free to either go into whatever Facebook it's on or YouTube's. You can find that on the Edge network, on the Edge Magazine YouTube channel. You can find it on my DeEtte Renee channel. I think it's DeEtte Renee. Oh my gosh. I should probably figure that out really quick so I can tell you guys. YouTube. The power of a computer. Isn't it great? I believe it's DeEtte 72, but I want to double check on that one for you. View my channel at DeEtte 72, DeEtte 72. Just go to the live and you will see the live. Okay. You also be able to get all my past shows on there from when school was. There is like, oh my gosh, over 100 different episodes, which is really awesome. You can pick all 5 cards if you like there, darling, whichever you like. So again, this is all up for you guys, how you want to take it. I love it. I love it. I love it. And a lot less chaos today because both grandkids are back in school. I know when I'm doing the show in their home, I should probably lock the door, but they love so much to come in, and it really is starting to help formulate a little bit more of their little selves, which I love. I love that for them. So little kids having big experiences is what I'm all about. That's what I'm all about. So card number 1. Oh, before I go to card number 1, let's look at the book really quick. Such beautiful artwork, and it's black and white pictures. Oh, such an injustification of it. I don't like it. The pictures are still pretty detailed. They're clear enough. They are clear enough. They had somebody do a really good job with balancing the black and white. You're not getting the colors. You're not getting a full imagery, but you're getting probably enough in this book with the pictures being pretty clear for you to look. I do like the fact that it's short and sweet. Look at that. The word is patience. Very short and sweet in there, which I really do like. So you can use the book if you want, not want, whatever. You know me, I'm one that likes to throw the book out if I can. You can always throw this in a purse, in a glove box, in the back pocket, whatever you want. You need daily guidance. What do I need? Open up. There you go. Plans. Ooh, what do I need? Plans. I need plans. Might have to look that up pretty soon. Who knows? So the first card we got was you are looked after. It's card number 12. You are looked after. And I love this card because if you look at this card, yeah, does she look reassured? She does. But to me, she's giving the feeling of kind of looking out like, big world, big things going on. Am I alone? I feel alone. I'm kind of looking out. But if you notice here on the side of her face, look at that. On the side of her face, she doesn't have great peripheral vision from what's over here. There's a lot of room around her she can't see because of the cloak she's wearing, that beautiful leaf cloak that she's wearing. But it's, she's being told you are being looked over after. You're not alone. She's able to put that cloak on and not see what's behind her because she knows she's not by herself. She knows nothing wrong is going to happen to her. No bad is going to come to her. And she can walk in safety. And this card is saying the same thing for you. As you're looking at life, as you have some issues going on in life right now, I feel as if you're thinking, oh my gosh, I'm a little alone. I don't know which way I should go, which way I should turn, what's going on in my life. Trust that you are being watched over, that there is presence on the other side that is there with you. This is angels, guys, loved ones, whatever it might be, but you are definitely being looked after. Walk in safety with whatever decisions you're making these days. Okay. Card number 2, gratitude. Card number 2, gratitude. Look at how beautiful that is. Look at how gorgeous that is. When I'm looking at card number 2, and you're honestly looking like, I feel as if you feel stuck. You feel stuck. You don't know where you're going. It's that pushing forward. I don't know how to get more money. I don't know how to get this to solve this issue. I don't know how to get this to solve that issue. And I feel you're stuck in your presence of time of where do I go? Gratitude really is going to be the answer for you. And I know you're going, how is me saying thank you going to get me anywhere? It's not about the words of saying thank you. It's about a feeling in here, that feeling of gratitude, that feeling of going, thank you for what is happening in my life, whether you're experiencing a good, bad, or indifferent. Thank you for that experience. And thank you for the answers that are coming forth to me to help me navigate through to the next experience. When you have gratitude fully for the past, the present, and the future, those answers are coming to you. So you have been lacking this in your lifetime. Sorry, I got so much static. You have been missing that in your lifetime. So this card is literally telling you to look towards the gratitude, look towards the thankfulness, and allow that to come to you. Okay. Card number 3. Card number 3. Responsibility. Look at that. She's got the sun and the moon, and somewhere in there, the earth. All of it in one. And she's holding it so delicately. And when you look at her, look at that beautiful, veil going around her face. That the universe is behind her. She's looking down on this, and she's got a face of peace. And it's a face almost of just thankfulness of looking at the responsibility she has. Now, I think that is the look we're looking at, because in responsibility, we tend to look at responsibility as being something heavy. What's going on in your life is heavy. It's a little much. You're like, oh my gosh, is this too much? Can I handle this? Do I really want more? Gosh, I don't want more. Responsibility being really kind of a harsh word in our world. We'll say we want more responsibility, but we get handed to it. A lot of times we go, oh my God, can I deal with this? It is going forth with it with a thankfulness, knowing you got this, knowing you can handle this, knowing everything is going to be okay. And that it is a joy to take care of those things. So in your lifetime right now, with all the things that are going on, and all the issues going on all around you, it is about looking at this as a responsibility, as being a pleasant thing for yourself. Something that gives you a good feeling inside of you, not something that's nerve-wracking or taking you down. Again, this card is all about changing your perspective. Just change of perspective. And it is time for you to change that perspective on different things in life. The next card, self-acceptance. Ooh, self-acceptance. Gorgeous, isn't it? Look at her. She is beautiful. But when you look at her a little bit more, is that an earring? Is that a fairy? Is it a fairy earring? Look, she's a little extravagant, isn't she? She's beautiful, but by today's standards, when I look at her, I'm going, gosh, she's a little extravagant. But when you're looking at this card, she's going, I like me. I like who I am. I like the softness of me. I like the billowy clothes I wear. I love the flowers and the colors in my hair. I like the extravagance of who I am. And this person in this card is stating for you to do the same. Accept you for who you are. Today, in this moment, accept it. There's nothing wrong with you. You are beautiful. And this card is telling me you're kind of looking, but if I was this, if I was that, there is no but ifs. It is you are. And for you to look at you as you are today and accept yourself fully, the good, the bad, the ugly, the positive, the negative, all of it, because it is all creating who you are today. It's all going to help to recreate who you are tomorrow. So accept who you are. Now the fifth and last card. Oh, I feel drawn to all of them. Healing in the now. Healing in the now. Look at how detailed and overwhelming that card. Oh my gosh, look at her. Oh my gosh. She looks like a queen. Look at, she has got that beautiful crafted crown on her head, and she's got those gorgeous wings, and she's got a cloak, and she's holding that dove that's about to go on flight. And underneath, the skirt underneath, is that a skirt or is that a path through the woods? And that beautiful light on top of being on heaven, or is that snow-covered mountains? Who knows? But it's healing right now. So often we are destined to look at our lives as, when I'm healed, I'll do this. When I feel better, I'll do that. When I'm in a different place, I'll do this. Accept you are who you are today. Heal what you have today, and then continue your life. Continue your experience. Healing in the now is not projecting what is going to happen tomorrow. You're as good as you're going to get today. So heal today. And look to a brighter future as you go through the day. But don't plan it, because tomorrow's going to be different. Card number 1 was you are looked after. Card number 2 is gratitude. Card number 3 is responsibility. Card number 4 was self-acceptance. And card 5 was healing in the now. When I look at these cards, oh my gosh, another set of cards that literally bring through a message of what we were always talking about. Because when I look at these cards, I'm going, wow, this is a lot about looking at this present moment right now. We're not looking at yesterday. We're not looking into the future. We're looking at the present right today, here, now. Where am I at? What am I experiencing? And holding on to that and being grateful for it. This is about going, whoa, there's a lot going on. I can feel the buzz around me. And you can too. You can feel this buzz, everything that's happening around you. It might feel positive. It might feel negative, but it's all happening around you. And it's telling you to just be in that moment. Know that you're not being by yourself. Know that you have beings with you. Know that there's souls around you. Know that you have a lot going on, but that's okay, because you're looking at it as thankful that you're here, thankful you got today, and thankful you have the experience and enough knowledge to know you've got enough to make that decision for the next moment, the next day. Accept who you are and that you're perfect within that. Absolutely perfect within that. Follow life with gratitude. Follow this week through gratitude. Follow it through. I am thankful for all I've been given to do, all on my plate. And I'll be thankful when I get through this week and it's all cleared with an empty plate, ready to put more on it for next week. So I really hope you enjoyed this reading in these cards. I really do. I will tell you what, I think these are amazing cards. I like these more for the beginner and the intermediate. I like these for the imagery. Advanced person, I really think this would be gorgeous to really be able to look at the different imageries and the colors, to really be able to pull that information from those. Yeah, gorgeous. I love those cards. I will tell you, I like those cards. I really do. So what do we have going on this weekend? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. I have got an open weekend. It's my last open weekend for a very long time. And that's awesome. That's okay, because I get another weekend just to kind of finish doing what I'm doing, finish making plans, finish kind of going forward, which I love. Remember, I got an extra card for myself, which is plan. And I know what that's about. So this is our last week for that. Next week, if you want to find me, next week, February 9th, I know that feels so far away, but February 9th, you're going to be able to find me in Oshkosh, Wisconsin with Beyond the Veil events up in Oshkosh, which is super exciting to be able to go out and do things again and be able to interact with the public, because it feels like it's been forever a day. Now I have opened up my calendar. You can go on and see that where you can schedule readings now very soon, in a date soon. I don't know when it's going to be ready. I don't know. Just know that I have a store that's in the planning process. It's in the making. I cannot tell you when the grand opening is going to be, but it's going to be a place where you can come and get readings with me one-on-one in the flesh, right in front of me. We can do small group readings. I'll be doing classes at the store, selling crystals in the store. Who knows what else is going to happen? I love this. I love this. Someplace to expand and to grow upon. It's not today. It's probably going to be a few more months out, because there's a lot of planning between point A and point B, but it's coming along. But for right now, my schedule is still open. Feel free. And I'm doing private classes right now, guys. If you have wanted to mentor with me or sit with me, feel free to reach out. Now, this isn't a mentorship where I am doing private mentoring, which is different from the classes. Classes are as they priced on my website. If you'd like to take one on a private setting or maybe with a friend, feel free to message out and say, hey, I would like to do this. more than happy to go ahead as a one-on-one basis. That opens my schedule to during the day and the evening. Whereas when I do a full class, I got to really kind of bank that into one time. But individuals I can do throughout the day. Now, mentorship is something different. Mentorship is where I sit down personally and we create something just for you to continue to really push you into some place you've never thought you would be. So when you look on the website and you see the difference between a mentorship and a class, that's really what the difference is. Other than that, feel free to come in and book your readings. Remember, that's at DeEtte.us, DeEtte.us. If you're able, I don't know if it's in the rerun form. I don't think it is. It might have just been live radio, but you could have found me last night on 360 Radio with Mr. Dave Schrader out of Minneapolis, Minnesota. A person I adore, I cherish. He means the world to me. And everything he does and all the people he helps, him and his wife, Winifred, are just amazing people. But I was honored to be on his show last night live from 8 to 9 p.m. Again, I don't know if there is an archive on that at the radio station or not, but it's on the Minneapolis radio station. I don't know which one. Sorry, guys. But just Google Dave Schrader. You'll find that one out. So if you want to go back and listen to it, if it's in a recorded version, but I really don't know if it was or not. And looking forward to many more interviews this year and many more adventures this year, and just hopefully you are too. So that being said, guys, we're going to let you go, and we'll see you next Monday morning, 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. As always, here, School Through Spirit on the Edge Network with DeEtte. We'll see you again very, very soon. Have a great day.
There are psychic mediums, but there is nothing like DeEtte. Let's face it, we all struggle time and again. But if you seek the clarity you deserve, then you need to seek DeEtte. As a master teacher, DeEtte studied under international psychic medium Lisa Williams. Together, they not only help DeEtte better tap into spirit, but also build a long-lasting relationship. So many psychics tell us what we want to hear, and that just won't cut it with DeEtte. She tells you what you need to hear. No sugarcoating here. To book a reading with DeEtte is simple. Just visit her website, DeEtte.us. That's DeEtte.us. And follow the Yellow Brick Road to connect with DeEtte. Don't just sit there and ponder those questions. Ask them and let DeEtte guide you every step of the way. You need insight now, and DeEtte can help. Just visit DeEtte.us. That's DeEtte.us.